But today we are going to be witness of a two-sided story. Now, based on the history one of these lads has, one of those stories is more believable.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Good. Let's get out of the road and we'll talk over there.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. You're Eric?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Incident today at the office here?
Yes, I want him arrested.
Okay, well, before we get to any of that, I need to know what happened.
All right. The owner called me about a call I did this morning. And she's trying to say that I could have towed the car. I tried to explain to her why I couldn't and that the owner of the vehicle did not want me to tow it with my truck because I have a record 4x4. She wanted a flatbed. She got mad, hung up on me. I'm at the other office. I just got off at 8 o'clock. I came over here to try to, I was coming over here to talk. I got to the door. I was yelling at her. Her son came running out of the bathroom, jacked me up on my shirt and told me to get the fuck out of there. He grabbed me by my shirt and pushed me off of the steps and pushed me into the truck that's right next to the steps. And then I had to hit the truck. And then he grabbed my phone, slammed my phone on the ground. I went to go grab it and said I was calling the police. He grabbed my phone again and then grabbed me by my shirt and holding my phone like that. I told him, I said, you know you're going to jail now. That's an assault. You'll see there's a big dent in the truck.
Okay.
Now, a lesser person would make a fat joke here, but I'll let him be the bigger man. Also, throwing the phone on the floor while you're actually using your phone later on in the video. Those things are not made for being thrown on the floor, so...
Alright, let me talk to this guy quick and then I'll be right back with you.
And this is not the first time with her son. Her son is always getting irate, getting in people's faces and everything. She can't even deal with him. I didn't put my hands on nobody. I didn't do none of that. And he fucking just snatched me and fucking threw me right off the steps. He went way beyond what he fucking...
Hello.
Hey.
Are you Josh?
No, Josh.
Hey, you Josh?
Yes.
Mind if I talk to you out here real quick?
Right, everyone calm down. I know we have a history with the name Josh on these channels we have, but this is a different kind of Josh. He doesn't drive a tank.
So sue the owner. We've been dealing with some drama that he caused last night. I can't really speak to that because that's what she's dealing with. I was in the back room doing some stuff.
And things. Mostly things, I'm sure.
He comes in the office and instantly, nothing out of his mouth but screaming, just instant screaming, top of his lungs. I step out there and Shay, the other officer guys out there, we ask him immediately, you need to go. You need to go outside, we'll deal with this later. Continue to scream and be in our face. So we opened the door, asked him to leave, guided him out like this.
Okay.
And then so he walked down the stairs. He tripped on the stairs.
These stairs here?
No,
Oh.
in the garage.
Okay.
He tripped on the stairs, kind of stumbled, dropped his phone, and that was that. And then we continued to tell him to go out the back door. He continued to do the same thing, kind of stay in our face, not want to go anywhere. Got him out the back door, shut the door, and just told him, don't bother coming back. And that was it. We've had issues with him yelling before. We've had issues with him being violent before. A while ago, he actually almost ran me and Shay over with his car.
Okay. You came in, you heard the screaming, you came in from the garage, you heard the screaming.
Just up front, in the bathroom area.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
so you came out, you said, whatever this issue is, we'll have to take care of it later.
Yeah, we
need you to
can't
leave.
deal with
Yeah,
it when
yeah.
people are screaming. Yep,
Right.
exactly. I just
So-
said, you just need to go.
What was he screaming at you then when you asked him to leave?
I'm not going anywhere. It's along those lines. I'm not going anywhere.
Did he swear or threaten anything?
There might have been some swearing in there.
And there was no physical altercation whatsoever?
No, like I said, we were touching
Okay.
each other because we were in
Right.
each other's face, and we were both walking down the steps, and he's a bigger guy, and he kind of
Okay.
tripped over his feet.
Well, for some people, that is their Friday night. Also, I hope it was a bigger truck, because a bigger guy is slamming into a bigger... Damn it!
And when he tripped, did he fall to the ground?
He
No.
fell against the vehicle out there,
Okay.
I believe.
No threats to you, no physical violence to you?
I don't recall any
Okay.
threats, but
Okay.
again, you know,
Okay.
I just wanted him out.
Sure.
And to be honest with you, he's a problem. He's a felon.
Okay.
I know he's had past issues in the past. I've given him as many chances as I can. Honestly, the only reason he's still here is because I said let's give him a fair shake and a chance. 8:30 in the morning, coming in, instantly screaming at the owner, who's also a woman. I just don't understand where someone thinks that's okay. And that was it.
Sure. Can you just give me the rundown what happened on your version of the story?
So I was sitting at my desk with back to the door.
Would you look at that? It's not Josh. Somehow I have this feeling that they're both gonna get a fine or something along those lines. I mean, Mr. Fallon outside doesn't really want to press charges because that would have influence on his particular situation as well. I mean, contrary to popular belief, you can't come into work yelling at the owner. That is entirely on Eric's part, starting the engagement.
All of a sudden that flips open, he comes in screaming, yelling about whatever him and Sue were talking about for hours on the phone. He's been this guy before where he comes in hot and we tell him he's got to leave, and he's very confrontational.
Okay.
So we started telling him, because I know the mechanic said, he's like, you guys, right away, you got between him and Sue and said, you need to leave. He's like, you guys both told him multiple times, you need to leave, and he didn't. So we're like, Eric, you got to get the hell out of here. Just get out of the fucking building.
Okay.
So then they start, walking back out the back, trying to get towards the back door, and I told him, it's like, Eric, you can't be out here anymore. We can't have you on property anymore. You need to step off past the curb. It's like, I can't have you on our premises anymore.
Okay.
If you do it again, you're trespassing.
Okay.
Not even 5 minutes later, he's back on the property and all that, but that's not my thing.
Do we know what the issue was that happened that he's so upset about?
He's that guy. He just
got
always angry.
criticized for something he did last night? For a tow he wasn't supposed
As
to
far
tow?
as I understand, with like the tow calls and shit, he's just very confrontational. When people send him stuff, if it's not convenient for him, he's that kind of guy.
Okay.
So he takes everything personal and then blows it way out of proportion. This is, I don't know how many number of times he's come in screaming and yelling at people, or been out on the back stoop having shouting matches with people. It's been an issue.
Was there any physical altercation, like any fighting, anything like that?
No fighting. Nobody threw any punches or anything. I know when they were going out the back door, it was like, hey, you need to leave, and he backed out. And, I mean, you saw the steps.
Okay.
I don't know if anything on the back steps out in the back or anything, but once we got him outside, I kind of tried to stay between people and just keep a buffer.
Was anyone else involved, or was it just Eric, you, and Josh?
It was Eric and Josh. We kept him away from Sue, so we just kept the buffer, and then once him and Josh were arguing, I stepped between to keep that from escalating.
Okay. All right, I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
I'm listening to these 3 stories where the 2 lads inside, Josh and not Josh, are trying to make trouble for Eric outside, while Eric outside is trying to start trouble for the 2 lads. Specifically Josh inside. Josh inside. I wonder if they're running intel. Okay, I'm not even sorry.
And then he snatched my phone from me.
And your phone was in your hand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why did he take your phone?
Because I said I was calling the police. I even tried to sit there and talk to him after he fucking put his hands on me. And he was still going on and yelling and cussing at me. Because when I was at the door and he pushed me, I went like this and slammed into the truck.
Okay.
There's
like
a
how
huge
far away
dent.
from you were you from the truck when he pushed you?
About 4 feet. And I kept my composure. I didn't put my hands on him. I wanted to punch him in the shit, but I know better.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go talk to this other officer here, and I'll be right back with you, Eric.
Right.
So essentially, you came here yelling and screaming. You're upset with Sue. I get it. That's not acceptable behavior. It doesn't excuse what happened with Josh. So essentially, if you want to pursue charges, then you're also going to be charged with disorderly conduct. They don't want to pursue charges against you, but you can't come into a place of work yelling and screaming and causing a scene.
Disorderly conduct for a place that I work? Okay, do what you guys got to do.
Okay. Is that what you want done?
Whatever. I mean,
okay.
They should never put their hands on me. If you're going to charge, that's stupid. You're going to charge me disorderly conduct for me yelling, but...
That's disorderly conduct. I don't know what... Coming into a place of work screaming and yelling and making a scene.
You know how many days every day that he comes in yelling and screaming at all the employees?
Okay, that doesn't excuse your behavior. I mean,
Okay, no problem.
Is that what do you want to be charged with that and have him charged as well, or?
It don't matter. You can go ahead. We both can go to jail. Can I park my car?
Okay. I'll have to make a phone call. I don't think anybody's going to go to jail, but you can be charged with it.
Hey, you want to come down here and get my car? Because now they're talking about that I have to go to jail.
You don't have to go to jail.
Charges on Josh.
You guys can get a signature bond. You don't have to go to jail.
I'm on probation.
Okay.
So
you still don't have to go to jail.
I want him to go to jail. What he fucking did, put his hands on me and slam me in the chalk.
Okay.
You guys are not gonna arrest him? That's bullshit.
Well, first of all, it's horse shit. Second of all, it's slamming you into the truck. Third of all, a likely story. Hey, Eric, how's that phone going? I thought it was smashed onto the floor. Seems to be working fine. Now, what I don't understand is why Eric wants Josh to go to jail. That means he also goes to jail, and he probably has a lot more up his sleeve in... Well, let's just say he's not a follower of the law. How many times does the officer have to tell you you're not going to get arrested if you don't, you know, file charges against Josh, and then Josh won't file... Why is this so hard to understand?
Do you know where he fell into it?
I would assume.
Because he's claiming he was pushed into the truck.
I don't know, man. I'm just glad it's not a tiny car, you know, because of the big man outside. For fuck's sake.
My guess would be probably right here where I can see this rub away.
So yeah, he's claiming that he was pushed and he wants to press charges, but we're explaining to him that if he wants to press charges, we're going to charge him with disorderly conduct right back, because this thing all started because he came in here, you know, all pissed off.
And if that's the case, I have more stuff.
Right.
I mean, he's a felon. He's trying to sell me weapons. He's got guns in his possession. I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole. I just want him gone.
Right. No, that's what I told my partner, that you guys just want him gone, you know, and just want to cut ties, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Officer, you might want to explain this to Eric outside, because I don't think he understands any of this.
I would have never even had to guide him out if he would have just left like I asked. He continued to scream. He couldn't even step back here. And then he stood here. Didn't even, after that point when he tumbled, or not tumbled, but when he kind of tripped over his feet, I just backed away, didn't want to touch him anymore. He stood here for a few more minutes. And then eventually, Shay was able to get him to step outside.
Please tell me he said, "Catch me outside." How about that?
That's my girlfriend. She works here. She's the manager here.
Okay.
She can even tell you how he fucking acts every day and treats people.
Yeah, I get you.
She's even looking for another job.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, Eric, there's multiple conclusions from that sentence. But in all fairness, as I said, let's just assume she is leaving that job because of Josh inside.
All right, so just based on the information we're getting inside, and based on the totality of what happened here today, nobody is getting arrested for this or has to get arrested for this. You don't have to get arrested. He doesn't have to get arrested. What we're going to do is we're going to issue you both a disorderly conduct ticket.
How are you gonna enter? He put his hands on me, so you're not gonna arrest him for him putting his hands on me.
I'm not today, no. Just based on the
circumstances.
circumstances.
Can I have your supervisor come out, please?
Yeah, I'll give him a call after I issue your ticket, okay?
See, this is something really, you know, it's just a time-based thing. Can I get your supervisor out here? Now the supervisor has to go all the way over there and trying to explain the exact same thing the officer has already explained to him multiple times. It's not a get out of jail free card. You know what's get out of jail free? Just accepting the ticket and move on with your life and leave these people alone, Eric.
Hey! Go fucking stand over there! Get away from him!
Go
stand over there! Go stand over there and stop running your mouth!
I gotta be honest here. This officer is very lenient. I mean, what are you guys even doing? Grown-ass men not doing the grown-ass thing. I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny. And as we all can see, they both have a grown... One more than the other.
Just don't listen to him.
I would like to do whatever I need to do to...
Yeah, I know.
He just threatened me in front of the officer.
No trespass, no...
Yes.
Well, why did you come out here, though, and go near him?
No. I went over here to deal with this stuff, and he literally screamed across the road, "You know who my people are." His parents...
It's not enough.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with them, and I wanted to touch base with you. If I'm getting a charge, I'd like to file whatever charges.
He's getting one.
I'd like to. He's been trying to sell firearms, and he's a felon. So I have text messages. If that's the route it's going to be, that's the route it's going to be. I'm done.
Hey, Eric, I don't mean to blow up like that, but I don't want some violent situation to arrive from this jaw jacking, and you're telling him that you know his.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay.
But you see how he came over, reacted, and came running.
I understand, and I told him if you guys have beef, that he needs to just stay in the building, okay? But you also have a responsibility, okay? Because we're here because you came here. That's straight up. I mean, regardless what happened inside.
Yeah, I work here, that's why.
Well,
well, not anymore you don't. Not anymore you do. Do?
You know what
he
I'm
had
saying?
no right putting his hands on me or slamming me into a truck.
Okay. All right.
And I had bruising and everything.
Yep. And obviously, like, we don't have the cameras to determine one way or another, and that's why he's getting a DC ticket. But you're also getting a DC ticket for the things you said and the way you were behaving.
I'm getting a ticket for something I said.
Yeah. Officer Maskey told you.
Yeah,
you're
but
both
that sounds petty as fuck, though.
Well, this whole thing sounds petty.
Yeah, that's what you get when you have your word against someone else's word. There's no corroborating anyone's story here, but your story seems to be a little bit more shaky than the story of Josh and... Not Josh. I still don't know his name. I think it was mentioned in the video somewhere. Leave a comment and tell me who is this man.
That's petty that he put his hands on me?
If you've been fired and you're not supposed to be here, you can be
I was not fired. I was fired after the fact.
Oh, I was told that you had already been fired.
No, I was fired after the fact.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
Oh, that kind of depends on perspective, officer. It doesn't sound good for Eric, but it does sound good for the people inside the building that are trying to get rid of this man, you know. Also, how is this relevant to Eric's story?
So like we said before,
is your supervisor coming out?
He's not able to come out right now, but you can call in if you want and talk to somebody. Okay. I called him. I ran the situation by him. He's not able to come by, but he said he's willing to talk to you about it.
Sounds a whole lot like the supervisor also finds this rather petty, this entire situation. So he's not gonna come out there and tell you the same thing the officer already did.
If you need to, so you can call in.
Yeah, but you guys are not taking him to jail for putting his hands on me.
Okay.
So that's what you guys do, is just let people fucking push people?
Not in general. We have to take into the totality of the circumstances, okay? You can't come to a business, start
Sir,
yelling.
I work here.
I get you, but it doesn't
They were
excuse
yelling
your
at me.
conduct. Okay, and then you can walk away and call the police or do things like that, but things escalated to the point they did because of how you acted, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
but
not,
did you see
I'm
how
not
he acted like a little
justifying
fucking
it.
bitch and came
I didn't,
running
I was
over
in
here?
my car.
Oh my god, he threatened me!
Okay, so I'll arrange with them a way for you to get your stuff out of there. I gotta issue the ticket here, Eric, okay? So it's for disorderly conduct.
That's really bullshit, petty ass shit you're doing, right?
Okay, that's cool. Here's your ticket.
But I'm saying, what's your name?
My name's
Officer
Officer
what?
Maskey. We're not going to go through this whole thing. You
And you're
already
giving
know
me
who
a
I am, and you're
citation
getting a
for me
citation
yelling.
for disorderly conduct,
For
okay?
disorderly conduct, you're giving
For
me a ticket for
causing-
yelling, correct?
Yes.
Lacrosse Police Department. And you're not going to take him to jail for putting his hands on me.
Not under the
and
circumstances,
pushing me.
no, Eric. We've already gone over this, and we don't need to re-record
I just want it
it.
on video.
If you want a copy of the video, I got it right here.
All right, no
Capture the
problem,
whole
because that's
thing,
petty
okay?
as fuck. You guys
Okay.
are bullshit for doing
All right. Do you want help getting your stuff over there, or no?
Fuck.
Okay. Well, we're not going to help you then. Not if you're acting like that.
Yeah, but you guys let him fucking act like that.
Eric,
Put his hands on
get
me.
in your car and drive away, okay? Things are done here.
That's just bullshit.
Eric, just drive away. You can get your stuff later, okay? We're not going to go about this when you're angry.
Well, you only be the fucking supervisor.
I told him about it. He's aware of it, and you can call him.
So what's his name? How am I going to call him? I don't know who the fucking supervisor
Sergeant
is.
Teff, you just call the police department phone number. You can
That's
find it
just
on
bullshit.
Google. Okay.
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
I know everyone was thinking this the entire time. And on that and having no respect for authority, remember to tickle the bell on all things around it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. How many times do you have to explain stuff to people these days?